I almost forgot this, so I wanted to just make sure I showed you how to actually like personalize this a little bit more. So you remember we talked about the presentation that I created, and then I came in and I modified it, and this is the presentation that you're looking at now, right? So you'll see that you can add like question for group sections. This formatting is not, it doesn't have to be like that particular kind of formatting. You can see over here, for example, that I have question for groups. So the formatting is completely irrelevant in the notes. That just happens to be how it showed up at this particular time. But what I wanted to show you is that one of the things that you can do is obviously you're going to add your own personality into the script that gets generated. And after you've, of course, came into PowerPoint or wherever that you like to design your slide and design it the way that you want it to look. And that takes minutes. I mean, it really doesn't take very long. I mean, all the basic material is already here. You can add more slides, you can detract from slides, you can do whatever you want. And then of course you're adding your own twist on the wording that's there, but then you can actually like add questions that you want to have the group respond to, very much like how I have you guys responding to different pieces and questions that I have inside of here as well. So you can say question for group just like this, and then and put the in the curly braces, add your question. Now the great thing about adding your question is that you want to allow for people to have a little bit more time to think about the thing that they want to say or whatever. So you're going to tell them what you want them to actually type in the chat window, right? So you're going to say in the chat window, go ahead and type whatever, right? Type in the chat window the thing that you want for them to type. Type yes, type sure, type whatever, and then go on and explain a little bit more, and just like keep the conversation going. Just like you would if you were doing a live webinar or if you were in front of a conference. You're gonna like talk to people while they're either raising their hand or while they're saying something inside of the chat area. You're going to give them time. You're going to vamp a little is what we call it in the business, right? You're going to vamp a little about the particular topic and everything. So that's one thing I wanted to show you. And there was one more thing that I wanted to be able to show you as well too, and that is when you are wanting to actually see and kind of get an understanding of the feel of your webinar. I have an example of one where I did for banks, for example, right? You're going to need to, before you can actually click on this, to activate your webinar, which requires that you put your credit card information in before you can activate it. But once you've activated your webinar, you can now actually go in and you can view the webinar as a demo, and you get to see and feel and look and see exactly how it will present to your customers, just the same way that you came into this particular webinar as well too. So this is pretty cool because then you can actually like, click on OK, and then it starts you right off listening to the webinar, and you should probably listen to it all the way through and kind of play around with it and demo it as you're doing it. So I'll click this button here and you hear my voice again showing up as far as like how this demo is going to present.
First of all, I want to thank you for attending this session on AI webinars, the key to increasing banking deposits. My name is Oz, and I'm a tech specialist here at Meet Smithers. We provide AI chatbots and automated assistants. Now, this is going to be a great session here today because I've got some exciting things to share with you on how our AI solutions can help bank managers and sales teams reach new customers. I also
So I'm going to pause that for a second. I'm just muting the volume of it, but you get to see that you can respond inside the chat area. You can ask questions. So you get to play around with this the same way that your customers would, but you can also skip from slide to slide as well too in this demo area, and you can see that it continues to go on.
Intimidating. But let me assure you, our patent pending AI solutions are user-friendly and easy to implement. And the best part, they can significantly increase your banking deposits.
So I just wanted to show you exactly how that works for your individual environments as well. Plus you can also copy the URL that's here, and you can see what your registration page will look like. Your logo will be up here. Your title will be up here. You can have a video that you showcase for that particular presentation. And then of course, people can register for it as well too. And all of that stuff is put inside of this particular window in here, where you can have the URL for the YouTube video that will display what this particular presentation is going to cover for your audience that might be attending. So I wanted to also show you just those couple of ways of how you can personalize all of this, and then of course listen to what it sounds like in the playback before you actually showcase it to your user community. That's it. All right, so we'll jump back.